I was an aerospace engineer. And I've always been interested in how can we build better buildings, more energy efficient buildings, and address the needs of the occupants of the building as effectively as possible. So that started us, even with our purchasing existing houses and converting them to make them into multi-unit houses. Learned very early on that one of the keys to doing that is to make sure that the tenants aren't disturbed by each other too much. And lots of lessons learned on that one. Using a common furnace for 2 units is a bad idea. That large metallic ductwork that they use to circulate warm and cold air also circulate a lot of noises and smells and things that allow one side to interrupt the quiet enjoyment of the other. So we learned fairly quickly that we wanted to build better buildings.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil, and today I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Van and Maria Sheppard, who help investors and developers create high-performing, future-ready buildings. So excited to have you both here on the show today.
Thanks for having us.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you've created a client-focused and vertically integrated business. So let's dive in. First off, for those not yet familiar with you and your work, can you share what your main focus is?
Absolutely. Our main focus is infill development in the city of Ottawa. Presently, it's where we reside. So infill development and also net zero construction. Those are the two main focuses for our business looking forward.
Awesome. And how did you guys get started in this industry?
That's you.
Oh, that was quite a story. Yeah. So when Alice referred to me, he thinks I'm telling this better. So when I arrived to Canada 15 years ago, Van was working as an aerospace engineer, and I couldn't transfer my profession to Canada. I mean, it was a medical doctor, so it's pretty transferable, but the formalities are difficult to overcome. And we had 4 little boys, and one evening, Ben looked at our finances and said, well, you know what, it doesn't look like we're gonna be as well as I would like us to be in the future if we continue going like we are. And he literally went to open his computer and Google how to get rich. And then we learned that majority of wealth created through real estate. And then we started to investigate further. We found a course. We took that course, and it gave us a huge kickstart. But it was more focused to a different aspect and not to a Canadian market where we are. So we had to learn most of our journey ourselves. Started from secondary dwellings. It's adding units to the existing houses.
I
And
would say buying single-family
yeah.
homes and then putting a second unit in the homes, creating density on a small scale is how I would put it.
Yeah, so we did quite a few of those.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And then in 2020, we kind of were forced to do our first build because our next purchase was supposed to be also just adding a unit, but because of different regulations, we were about to lose our property if we just pursue with the same
Same approach.
the same approach. Yes, so we actually did what we were hesitating for quite a while. We did demolish the building and started new, and that was an eye-opening
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story behind that one, we purchased a bungalow and a duplex on a main street with the intention of putting a unit in the basement and turning it into a triplex. And after we had purchased, we did some due diligence prior to purchasing it. We made sure the zoning was permitted. We were allowed to do what we wanted to do with the building. Shortly after the deal went firm, and we were continuing to do due diligence. It was a pretty hot market at the time, so we didn't have the luxury of giving ourselves a long time to do the work. Shortly after the deal went firm, we discovered that our building was not too close to the road for the current zoning, but the city had plans to widen the street, and they were going to be expropriating, I think, like 8 to 10 feet of land from all the lots along the street, and that meant chopping off a foot of our building. So we were going to basically be expropriated. So that caused a fairly quick shift, and where we had previously been thinking at some point we're going to do a new build, some point became now, and we planned and did a new build where we set the building that we were building further back on the lot so that when the expropriation takes place, and it still hasn't, that was 6 years ago, but when the expropriation takes place, they'll just take the 8 feet from the front of the lot and the house will remain. So that's what got us into new construction the first time.
Yep, yeah. And then we learned that with not so much more capital and effort, our asset that we created was so much more valuable and so much more profitable that after that we decided that that will be our way forward forever.
Yeah. We a little more capital than we had been investing previously, but not a lot more. And for a similar timeline, we were able to create an asset that valued about triple what we had previously done. And our cash flow, since we still own several of the assets that we've created, and this one is the most valuable and generates the most cash flow for us. So that was that was a great forced entry into infill development, and definitely set us on the path where this is what we're going to do going forward.
Yeah.
Awesome. What do you feel are some of the main keys that have made the biggest difference in allowing your business to be able to grow and to run smoothly?
Well, you said grow and run smoothly, and I would say grow, and we are running not as smooth as we would like, but we're running. So the keys to our growth, I think we're more client focused. Like, we're in a community of investors, and we mystery shop quite a bit to understand what other people are creating, and we speak to people about where their focus is. We're very heavily focused on making sure that we address the needs of our clients, and our clients are investors in the sense of getting a return, but the client that really drives our business is our tenant. And we're very heavily focused on making sure that we're bringing a product to market that there's a demand for, and we're differentiating what we build so that it's I guess we try to separate ourselves from the other infill projects that are coming on the market so that we're making a better offering to our clients. That's, I think, our biggest differentiator. In terms of running smoothly, I would say we are
We're working on it, and often that it's not only depending on us. Unfortunately, our city is sometimes not so very cooperative, I would say, right? So we're working with the city as well on different aspects, but sometimes it doesn't go as smooth as we would like, and a lot of projects that they run over time because of different constraints, and often from the city.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yes, that's a very good comment. So just over Christmas, I was speaking with a fellow investor who also operates in one of the states in the U.S., and we were comparing severing a piece of land to create two pieces of land here in Ottawa versus in the state that he owned land in as well. And in the state that he owned land in, he needed a surveyor involved, so about $2,500. Took paperwork to the equivalent of the land registry office there, and his severance was done. In Ottawa, that's a 2-year process, and it's usually 6 figures by the time you finish paying all the consultants you need to have involved. So our regulatory environment is challenging. Another investor who we also spend time with has a great comment on that. He said, yes, our regulatory environment is challenging, and that means that many people choose to do their work in other municipalities. He said, that's great, less competition for me. So if you're prepared to push through the red tape and you bring product to market, there's a great demand for it in Ottawa. Yeah.
Awesome. And what are you guys most focused on solving or scaling to next in your business?
I'll take that.
Sure. Thank you for the question. And we're very excited to right now we have few projects just finished one, and it's 75% leased. It's multi-unit project, finishing construction on another one, and it should be going on market in spring. It's also 12 units.
Coming to market, not going on market.
Okay,
We're not selling it. We're renting.
So we also have 2 projects in development. One is fully funded, and we're raising capital for 25 unit development, infill development projects. We're very excited about this. This is our biggest so far. And we're anticipating going the same scale in the future. And at the same time, we're running our Infill in Action course. That's our teaching course for fellow developers. We had over the years so many people coming to us and asking for advice how to get started this journey, and so we decided to create a course to help other peoples and to share what we learn from our years of doing this. And yeah, so that's our most
Can I add something?
Absolutely.
So, and when we looked at creating that course, we wanted to differentiate ourselves from other people, because there are lots of courses in the market right now that often teach you how to do infill development. So the difference between our course and the others that we could find, at least in our area, is we include in our course regular visits to our active development sites, where we walk people through our buildings at different, walk our students through our buildings at different stages of the construction process, and highlight things that they're going to want to know if they're going to start to do this for themselves. So it's fine to teach the numbers and the theory and the team that you need to have in your corner to get this done. We try to show people the things that differentiate our projects, or hopefully their projects in the future, from the mass market. Yeah, from the mass market, so that they will have a differentiated product.
And share our oopses and mistakes, and that's how we learn. So unfortunately, everybody learns best on their own mistakes.
Oh yeah, Yeah, and we're pretty open about sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you like to share one of the obstacles or mistakes that you have overcome?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Well, I can talk about our excursion with the city this past summer. Um, so we one of the products that we bring to market is called a single room occupancy, and that product it's so in our city's zoning bylaw that's called a rooming house. Our version of that rooming house is we put as much amenity as space as we possibly can inside everybody's unit. So there's a requirement to have some common space, uh, and we had a debate with the city about, not debate, that's a generous way, a dispute with the city would be more accurate, about how much amenity we could have inside the units versus how much we had to have in the common space. That took a quite a bit of email traffic at escalating levels inside the city. And when you're not able to resolve a difference between yourself and the municipality here in Ontario, there's a body called the Building Code Commission, and you and the city will go to the Building Code Commission, present why you feel you have the correct interpretation of the building code, and they will render a decision, and you have to move forward from there. So when I wasn't able to get resolution with the manager at the city that I was trying to resolve the difference with, we made an application to the Building Code Commission, at which point we have to send that to our chief building official. And he got involved, and we didn't end up going to the Building Code Commission. We were able to resolve it with him. He shared our view of the interpretation of the building code and not his manager's. And so we were able to move past that. But that was a couple of months of discussion with the city before we were able to move forward. And our city is supposed to be supportive of what we do. We find that they're
They're learning.
they're
They're
learning
learning.
to. That's
They're
a fair way
learning.
to
They
say
want
it.
to. We believe that they want to be better at this, and they learn. So they also made a declaration that they are gonna be more friendly, and we are excited about how they're gonna implement it.
Yeah.
More developer friendly, more housing friendly even. Yeah.
One of the things we tell our students in our course, and actually anybody who we talk to, is if you're going to be a real estate developer, you have to be able to deal with adversity, adapt, and adjust your plan according to the people you have to interact with to get things done. Primarily,
NIMBYism is also another big thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody who's in real estate know what is this. It means not in now in heart. And we had also two projects. One was significantly delayed by not approving by a committee because of our neighbor's opposition, and we had to go to the land tribunal
Yeah.
to
So
get approval.
to put a little more context around that one, we the 12 units it's actually renting now. When we applied for our building permit there, we also applied for a variance to increase density, and our city was supportive. As supportive as they can be. They had no objections to our request to increase density. Our neighbors came out in force, like 275 people 75 people in a petition against allowing the increase in density. And a number of neighbors came to speak at the Committee of Adjustment, which is where we get our requests for minor variances approved. They were successful in persuading the committee that we shouldn't be allowed to have the density. We actually had to appeal it to a provincial body called the Ontario Land Tribunal and have them overturn the decision. So we were able to move forward and do what we planned. But yeah, that put a wrench in the spokes for our timeline for sure. That delayed our project by many months.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many pivots that you have to make in this industry.
There are, but there's always opportunity there, right?
Yes.
There's always opportunity. It seems like every time we get thrown one of those one of those wrenches in the spokes, we're able to turn around and find some opportunity there too. At least in Ontario, our provincial government has been quite proactive in changing regulations to support developing new housing. And so it seems like almost every time the city throws a delay into our plans, the province steps in and says, well, since you weren't able to do what you wanted to do then, we're going to let you do more now. So when we come back to the city, we've often come back with more density than we were originally turned down for. So almost every bump has turned into some roses down the path. So it's again, that need to be versatile and adaptable and stay aware of your environment so that when things change, you can take advantage of it.
So you mentioned that your projects are sustainably focused. Can you expand on what that looks like?
Yes, I can. That's it's a near and dear thing. So Maria said at the start of the podcast that before we got involved in real estate, I was an aerospace engineer. And I've always been interested in how can we build better buildings, more energy efficient buildings, and address the needs of the occupants of the building as effectively as possible. So that started us, even with our purchasing existing houses and converting them to make them into multi-unit houses, learned very early on that one of the keys to doing that is to make sure that the tenants aren't disturbed by each other too much. And lots of lessons learned on that one. Using a common furnace for 2 units is a bad idea. That large metallic ductwork that they use to circulate warm and cold air also circulate a lot of noises and smells and things that allow one side to interrupt the quiet enjoyment of the other. So we learned fairly quickly that we wanted to build better buildings, just because it improved the life of the tenants there. And if the tenants are happy, our property manager is happy. So that started us down the path. As we got into infill development, particularly in Ontario, there are, across Canada, to be honest, because it's a federal program, there are programs that give you access to construction loans and permanent financing at really fantastic rates if your building meets certain energy efficiency criteria. So we have a combination of me as an engineer wanting to build better buildings, build them quieter, build them more energy efficient, and government programs that subsidize or give you improved financial perks, I guess, better financing, higher loan to value, better interest rates, longer amortizations if your buildings are energy efficient. So the combination of the two things make it fairly, it's a strong incentive to want to build sustainable buildings, and they're cool.
Yeah, absolutely. That's amazing that you're having that niche and also helping in that sustainable way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So before we wrap up here, if somebody wants to reach out, connect, learn more about what you're up to, where can people find you and connect with you?
We have a website, shepherddevelopment.ca, and we also have Instagram at Shepherd Development, and we have also Facebook page. What I'm not sure what's the Facebook
I'm not sure what the
page.
Facebook page is called either, to be honest.
Yes, we
If you
created
Google-
it so long time ago.
If you Google Shepherd Development
Yes,
Facebook, I'm pretty sure they'll come up.
and we're very happy to connect with anyone who would like to reach and chat.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, appreciate your time and your story. Thank you for being here.
All right.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much for having us, Michelle.
Thank you very much.
Of course. And for the listeners tuning into the show, if you got value, make sure that you have subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators who are building real businesses. We will see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.